Alright, so once again, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. We say that when I say the apostles and elders of Great Milton Road well. I will say salutations to all the Akamas, the pushing with no truth and sincerity. The in and the out, we say Shalom. Once again, you know this one will go inside in this precept here, Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. You know, me and the Akim, we was outside on the streets, doing the works today, and two people came up. And the first one said, guys, you look like you had the truth, and that's how you could feed people with spiritual knowledge, and he willing to learn. So he said, yeah, and that's how he said, yeah, well, if you want to be taught, we will teach. And the second one came up, and the second one made he came up and he was quoting scriptures and quoting scriptures without word for word, and calling certain things. And then when we asked him that, hey, well, break down the scripture that you're quoting, he can't, and one of the scriptures he fumbled with was Revelation going into the mark of the beast. Revelation chapter 13 going into the mark of the beast. He said the mark is Sunday worship. And we heard that, over the years that we've been in truth, we heard that. We heard people calling the mark of the beast John 3:16, they call the mark of the beast the Catholic Church and all these things, but to make it short is that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, when you go into the depths of it. Now, all these things, the thing I want to say is that even though he quotes and bringing out scriptures, is that really and truly, it must have someone there to teach you, right? To teach you, to bring understanding to these scriptures, right? Because these scriptures are mystery. But at the end of the day, once the Spirit of Yahweh will share with you, and the Lord open your understanding to see to see the mysteries, to understand the mysteries, you will, right? But at the end of the day, you still have to be taught from someone. Someone have to teach you. The same way I had Ella above me that taught me, right? And the same way I've taught brothers that are underneath me. And the same way the Ella above me was taught from Ella above him, right? So this is going into Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12. It says, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. So when I heard him going into like the mark of the beast and going into Revelation chapter 14, you could see he didn't understand because he wasn't being taught from someone, right? He maybe even though he was being taught, he wasn't being taught the correct thing, right? But this watching the situation and hearing him speak, you could see that he is a fellow of age, and these men of age, they stuck in the ways, and me and the brothers, going into the market beast with him, and you could see he said a fumble, and really and truly you could see the importance of a teacher, that hey, you really need someone to teach you this, right? No, he didn't really came up he came up like he came to ask a question, but really and truly through the Spirit, Brother Saif him out and see that he came up to really teach, but he can't teach because we was already taught, and we was taught the truth. So it say for Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12, it say for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have me that won't teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and have become such of need for milk and not of strong meat. And seeing them, it's so important to have a teacher to teach you these things, is that when the things he going into, he couldn't even grasp. You know, like like um like the destruction the Lord coming back to deal with. You know, he couldn't grasp that he couldn't grasp that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, right? He couldn't grasp other things. So really and truly, someone like that need milk. You know, you need milk first before you jump into meat. But most important is that you need a teacher to teach you this. You know, to teach you this most important, right? Let's say, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. But this, I wanted to touch upon the Hebrews 5 verse 12, that it's so important to have a teacher in this thing. You know? So important. It's the same way like you went into school that you really and truly you needed a teacher to teach you, right? To teach you what it is need to be taught, right? You just can't go and think you was taught 2 plus 2 is 4. You understand? And it's the same way with this word that you must be teach from someone above you, right? We learn from as I said before, you know, we learn from the apostles, right, of GMS. So, and we was taught, and the same way we teach outside there, but we was taught the same way the person we might wake up and teach the same way they was taught from us, so they would keep on going the same way. You know? So it's just to show the importance of having a teacher in the show, right? So you know that we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. We say double unto the apostles and elders of great mission well, and we say salutations to all the Akim of the push with on the truth and the day in and day out. And we constantly in season of the season we say Shalom.